I'm at a friend's house today, another homestead. One of my favorite things to do is to see other people's homesteads and see what they're doing differently, so I hope you'll stay tuned. All right, so this is my friend Jimmy and Tatiana, and we are at Tanglewood Dog Camp. What they do, I'll let them explain it to you here in just a few minutes, but they've got some corn over here, and they've got some other vegetables over here. It's very, very beautiful. He lives in a tiny house over here. He's added on to it, and they're doing some really great things over here. Got your chicken coop over here, it looks like.
Gravity feeders on it. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I got tired of feeding
There's the gravity feeders there.
feeders every day, so I just bought some PVC and I just fill up these 2 tubes. I can fit about half a bag of chicken feed in these 2 tubes, and
There's still a little bit of waste, that's it, I guess, but
yeah, the mice don't seem to be getting too much of it. They like to spread it out on the ground right there and kind of lay in it, like kind of like a dust bath for some reason.
Yeah.
That's chickens.
Oh yeah.
We got 7 hens and 1 rooster.
All right, very cool.
Just enough for the 2 of us.
So these are all potatoes. I got a row of red potatoes and a row of white potatoes. And we got some tomatoes going over here, some chives, a couple different things going on. Some peach trees over here in their 2nd year, so forward to see what they do. So we got a bunch of peach trees over here, and we got an older plum tree back on the creek line. We just planted some little cherry trees. We got pear trees, some more plum trees, apple trees. We got strawberries growing, blueberries.
Yeah.
So a little bit of everything going on.
We got about 7 acres over here, so they kind of go to show us that, you know, you don't have to have tons and tons of space. Of their 7 acres, how much do you think you use? Probably only 3 or 4 of it?
3 or 4.
Yeah, and you know, they've got things pretty spread out here, so you can spread out a whole lot on 3 or 4 acres, and that's what they're doing here. It's really great stuff. You know, I think that, and here's their tiny house back here. That's a 12 by 40
We're
shed.
doing a 16 by 16 addition.
Yeah, right there. So it's just Jimmy and Tatiana over here. It seems like a lot of people have bigger spaces than they need, and you know, you can be a whole lot happier if you can just reduce the amount of space that you have, and you know, that seems to be what they're doing.
You can do more with little money too if you reduce. Your money will be stretched farther if you minimize. So I was living in Middle Tennessee and coming up here just on the weekends for about 18 months, buying materials a little bit at a time, paycheck to paycheck, you know, and now it's paid off. I'm debt free.
Yeah, so if you're patient with things, and I think that's the story behind homesteading, don't you? You know, you just gotta be patient with things. If you look at their trees, a lot of them aren't producing yet, but they will. And you've got to lay the groundwork and plant the seeds for the future, and when you do that, then ultimately they're gonna have ample food over here, more than enough for themselves and to share with others, which is what it's all about, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
I want the food now, but you know, it's okay. You know, we all feel that way.
Just come outside and grab an apple off a tree. And
in a few years to come, you're going to see some of our fruit trees, and you're going to say, I wish I had that. Well, you know, we planted it, and we feel the same way, both of us. You know, we want it now.
It's not too late to plant them this year.
Right? What's the best time to plant a tree? 15 years ago, right?
Right.
But the second best time is
right now.
Now.
Tanglewood Dog Camp is just a full-time homestead that we board dogs in, and we have a tiny house just for the dogs to stay in, and we're going in the opposite directions of kennels, and we're wanting to make this a dog paradise, all nature, 8 walks a day, free baths, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just
they're giving the dogs, if you are local in Western Kentucky, look them up on Facebook. There's some really cool things that they're doing. It sounds really incredible what they're doing as far as that, but you know, which I think is really great. But I'm also interested in some of their homesteading stuff. They've got some chickens over here. They're cleaning out their creek. They're getting ready for maybe some pigs or goats or a mini cow. They've got a garden over here. Some really incredible things that they're doing. Some of the same things that we're doing at COPPERHEAD Road Homestead. And I've learned a few things that they're doing here as well. They've got some beautiful trees. They live in a tiny house. They're living simply, and I think that's a really great thing because when you minimize, then you can do sometimes less is more. And I think that's a really great thing that they're doing here. Jimmy is a retired Marine. No, you're a Marine, aren't you?
No.
They're from Middle Tennessee, but they moved up here and they are doing some really incredible things. So I'd really like it if you check them out if you're locally, especially if you have dogs or if you're going on vacation, then they're the place to bring your dog. Been here 4 years. but really exciting, some things that's going on here. And one of my favorite things is to check out other homesteads, because I can learn so much from them, and we can compare and get like-minded people. That's a really great thing. So we really appreciate you checking that out. But if you like things like this on my channel, then like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and select all so you never miss a notification. But make sure you check out Tanglewood Dog Camp if you're in the West Kentucky area. Thank you.